Nurses in debt. Let's talk about it, especially because I'm a nurse and I would like to say I'm very financially stable. I feel like I know what I'm doing in the personal finance space. I teach people how to get out of debt. I teach people how to make money in the stock market, but let's get into it. I've been sent this video a few times, so let's watch it together and let's go over my thoughts on it. So let's go. So here we are. Let's press play.
Financially, not doing great. I am a nurse. Even though I am a nurse and I make good money, I don't have money, which is the sad part because of the choices that I've made still currently and the choices that I've made like previously, like from a couple of years. I am incredible.
So already, she's still, at least she's saying that she knows that she's has a problem because she's still making certain bad decisions, and sadly it's compounding on the older decisions that she's made as well.
Credit card debt, and it's this unhealthy cycle that I have been putting myself into, and this just relationship with money has just never been something that I was talked about. Lifestyle creep is definitely a thing. And
all right, before we go into that, like I'm assuming she's Filipino just from the way she looks, and obviously because she's a nurse, and like it's true, like money is not talked about in the Filipino culture at all. Only now is it recently more talked about, but for the most part it's all about like just Filipinos in general. What do you have? It's like little brags, like, oh, you got that Rolex watch, you got that new purse, where'd you go on vacation, where'd you stay? It's about that, not really like where the money came from, how you're paying for things.
Especially when you are trying to make a brand for yourself, when you're aspiring to do something that you want to do, and content creation has been something that I've always wanted to do. Being a YouTuber has always been something I want to do. I've always just wanted to be on camera. I've always just wanted to make a name for myself, whether it be like through content creation, being a YouTuber, being an entrepreneur, like whatever it may be. I always felt like I was meant to do something other than nursing. And so I think for years I have been...
I'm a little confused. Like, where did that come from? Like, why is she talking about? Like, why did she go there? And then I could pretty much guess where she's going from that. Is that she's always wanted to do something other than nursing. Girl, like all of us have. To be honest, like I just saw a post like nursing is not a calling. It's something that we're told to do, especially for us Filipinos. But I'm pretty sure she's gonna blame like influencers or something next. Like that's what I would think it's going into.
Continuously like, you know, going with the trends and like, you know, buying whatever everyone else buys so that like I can post about it and like, you know, be seen. But then I get caught up with imposter syndrome of not being enough. For in order for me to become someone, I guess I was influenced by everyone else around me. So if I bought the next best thing, or if I like looked a certain way by buying these clothes, then I was gonna make an image, a brand for myself. And that turned into like so many like dumb purchases like along the way that I'm like literally paying for now. And don't get me wrong, I have been trying to get myself together when it comes to my finances, because obviously like I have money to pay my bills, I have money to like pay down the minimums on my credit cards, but a lot of the times I don't take into account like, money like for myself and money to, you know, just enjoy life. And most of...
Okay, right there. Money to enjoy your life. It looks like you already did $20,000 worth of enjoying your life. Like if you have the money to pay all the bills, pay down this credit card like now. Especially, I don't want to assume where you're at, but I'm going to assume you're in like California or New York or New Jersey. Like obviously you're parked, so I can't tell what kind of trees there are there. But if you're in one of those higher paying salaries for nurses, like come on, you could pay that off really quick. And like it's gonna take some work though, because if you're in California, you probably pay it off in like a month or two. If you're in like Northern California, just like pick up some OT on that end, and you're probably gonna pay that off really quick. But if you're like New York, some other spots, like where I work, one shift is $1,000. So think about it, like if you're already paying off minimums, you could pay that off in like less than half of a year. But let's keep it going.
Since I'm struggling to even do that. So I think I've reached my breaking point. Enough is enough. Like, living paycheck to paycheck, living with like the credit card debt and like the afterpays and everything, like I'm done. Like, I'm so done. I want to be financially free. Like, I don't want to have to worry about like, you know, if I'm gonna be able to eat. I just don't want to be in this cycle.
You're able to eat. Whoa. Okay, like $20,000 is a lot of money, but it's not that much. But that's where I'm like, if you're able to eat, like I'm reading the comment, like I need to find out more about this. Like, well, like how big is the lifestyle creep? Now I'm wondering, like, is there more than just this debt? Is there like is the bills included like car loans? Is it rent? Like, where are you living? Like, I kind of need to know.
Cycle anymore, because it's like I want to travel, I want to buy a house, I want to get married, like all of these things. Like, it's just like it's not possible until I take this step of paying off my debt, and not just paying off my debt, but like being financially literate and just understanding you can't always have your wants. You have to prioritize like your needs. And sometimes like I rationalize like my needs, my wants, to make them seem like their needs.
A lot of people do that.
Get out of this toxic like mindset. Like, it sucks. And I'm not making this an excuse, but I guess like impulsivity and like shopping addiction is part of ADHD. And sometimes I hate it. Like, sometimes I like get mad at myself for having this ADHD and is the reason why I'm in this situation. But at the same time, it's like
I was with you all the way there. Like, I get it. Shopping is addicted. Is an addiction. I get it that you could go into it on that end, but like ADHD, everyone got ADHD, man. You could see it from the was it attention spans we all have. We all have like ADHD. Like I wouldn't be able to place blame on that, and you can't. Don't give yourself a way out just for saying that.
I need to remember, what can I do now to just like get myself out of this hole. So the reason I'm crying on the internet is to show people that like, seriously, like, do not like, I understand that, you know, I'm trying to be an influencer, I'm trying to be a content creator, and that goes with like promoting products, but like literally live within your means and only buy like if you have the money for it. Stop klarning, stop affirming, stop afterpaying, like stop just swiping the credit card, because like yeah, it may be fun like in the moment, but literally you will regret it if that stuff like just racks up and it's like years down the line and you're still paying for that purse that you bought like 4 years ago. Life is too freaking short for us to be paying money on stuff that we bought like a couple years ago. Life is too short for us to be paying for materialistic things. Instead, we should be paying for experiences, for like adventures and whatever it may be, like for new life like chapters. And I don't know, buying the next best thing is not worth your mental health. Buying the next best
looks like she has some clarity here now.
Emotional and financial burden that you're going to experience if you can't pay it off right away. If you're watching this and you're also in the same boat.
All right. So after watching that, it's like, 20K isn't that much, but I also like wonder if there's any kind of bills in there that don't have to be there. And like, yeah, lifestyle creep sucks, and you shouldn't fall into it. It's hard. Like it's easy to see everyone have the nicest new things, and you want to show that you're doing okay as well. But if it's gonna put you in debt, that it's just stupid to go into. Like, why do you do that to yourselves? Like, especially like say so like nurses, right? I could talk about this because I'm a nurse. You could see all your coworkers, right? We're all nurses. We all make around the same amount of money. Just depends on your experience. Just because they bought a new car, like the new Tesla, the new Porsche, whatever it is, doesn't mean that you have to buy it. Like, one of the reasons why I've been personally good is that I have no car payments. I drove a paid off 2004 Honda Pilot until this year, 250,000 miles, and then it finally broke down on me. My next car is the 2016 Honda CRV, paid off. And I also have my pickup truck, paid off. Everything I buy has intention. It's to get me from point A to point B. Nothing fancy. Like, yeah, I have a nice watch, but this was because of my business is doing really well. It's a celebratory thing that I paid cash. Like, I would love to help her out. I don't even know her name. I just was sent the Kayla. I would love to help her out. I would love to help her, show her ways to get rid of debt, like zero interest if she has a decent credit score, because there's ways to do it. But the things that I would worry about is that with the talks of like vacations and experiences, I personally wouldn't be going on anything extravagant until this is paid off, because it's so easy to swipe that credit card to rack up more debt while you're having fun, especially like on a vacation. So like traveling, all that stuff. Marriage is huge. Like a wedding is huge. Well, for the guy, like engagement ring is an expensive thing as well. Wedding dress for a girl. All those things that she said that she wants to end up doing. I'm hoping that it doesn't compound. I'm hoping that she gets through this quicker, and I'm sure she got a lot of followers from this, because there's like almost 4,000 comments on this with like 78,000 likes. I'm sure this is her way to that influencing portion. I'm hoping that because of the platform she just got from this video, that she's not going into more debt just to continue making more videos like this. I'll end up following her more, and I want to see what else she does, because I'm sure there's more to this video, because this was posted only in December. So we'll see how she's done in the last month or so. But nurses in debt, that it's tough. Like, you could see my friends' channels, Jason and Monica, for Nurses to Riches. If you're in California making a crazy amount of money, there's no reason to be in debt. If you go to my direct admission podcast on this channel, you'll see there's a lot of nurses making a lot of money, or there's a lot of people that are doing really well with even lower paying nurses jobs. So let me know what you guys think about being like in debt. And if you want to check out a tracker that I made, a Google sheet that helps you track everything for your debt snowball method, check out the Stancer. I just released that, and it's one of those big things that I always wanted to like help people do, is like get out of debt, because that is one of the things that could cripple you forever, and it'll be the first step towards financial freedom. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.